Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Piyush Goyal, and today we will do one hands-on session on soap services. I will show you how to create a soap service on TIBCO BW6.
Before we jump in, I want to give a shout out to all the amazing viewers. Your comment and supports have been incredible, and it keeps me inspired to create the content that's valuable for you. If you are new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out our deep dives into the world of TIPCO and beyond. And hey, if you have got any questions as we go through this, or there is a specific TIPCO topic you want me to cover in future videos, drop a comment below. I love hearing from you, and your feedback shapes the content on this channel. Alright, enough talking. Let's get into the nitty gritty of TIPCO Business Works. Grab your virtual notebook and let's dive right in.
Let's get started. So I am on my workspace. As you can see, this is a BusinessWorks 6.6 workspace, and let me create a application module. Basically, I'm going to use an existing WSDL. So this application will be a calculator service, and the motive of this application will be to, the based upon the operation, it will either add, subtract, multiply, or divide. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, let me give a project name as calculator. Let me click on finish. Now trying to import this WSDL, so which we have already created. So I am just doing a drag and drop on the service descriptor section. Let me show you the WSDL as well. So this is an abstract WSDL. So let me first, explain you what is the difference between abstract WSDL or a concrete WSDL. So in the context of web services, abstract WSDL and concrete WSDL refer to different stages in the development and deployment of a web service. Abstract WSDL describes the functionality and interface of a web service without specifying the implementation details. Whereas concrete WSDL, also known as concrete WSDL binding, include additional implementation specific details such as transport protocol, network addresses, and data formats. Abstract WSDL defines the operation, messages, data types, and the structure of the communication between client and server. Concrete WSDL essentially binds the abstract WSDL to the specific technology stack and the development environment, whereas abstract WSDL typically created during the design phase of the web service development process. So there are two ways I can implement this WSDL. As you know, like the left side is the service part and the right side is the resource part. So if I do a drag and drop of this WSDL on the left side, so it is giving me, few options. I can say there are two ways to implement a SOAP service. The first one, if you can see, there is a implement operation, and the second one is a implement constructor operation. When to use what method? When you are implementing a single operation, your visual is having the only single operation. For the implement constructor operation, when you have multiple operation within a visual. I mean, for a port type, if you are having a multiple operation, so in that case, you can use the operation. As I already mentioned on my previous videos as well, it is recommended to, implement all the operations of a whistle in a, single process. So let me select this implement constructor option. So you will see, it is giving me a skeleton. On the left side, you can see it has all the operations. It has added a constructor operation, and within the constructor operation, it has added add method and subtract, multiply, divide operation were added. So, okay, and let me show you one more thing. So let me, delete one message. So I'm removing this divide operation. So you will see all the three were highlighted as a green, and the last one is now having a bulb icon. So what this bulb item indicate, like I just hover over it and it is already showing like it is not implemented method, but this green one are implemented method. So, that is how you can also check like which operations were implemented and which operations were not implemented. So if I, again do a drag and drop over this constructor function, it is automatically going to create a on message for this. And, this bulb icon was changed to this green color sign. Let me save this. So basically what I will do a right click on this and I'm going to go on component, and then I'm going to go on component process, and then I'm going to create a soap binding for this. As soon as I click on the soap binding, so it is going to go on a component section for this module. As I already explained you about the difference between abstract and concrete visual. Over here, like, I have to give the transport configuration on this, because as you know, like, the concrete visual will have all the bindings and transport details. So as soon as I click on the HTTP method, it is giving me to either select or create a shared resource. Let me click a shared resource, and let me give a name as calculation HTTP connector resource. Let me click on finish. So now this visual has the transport configuration as well. So it is also giving me to generate the concrete visual from this. I will do this later. Now let's go on a process. Let me do some configuration for the output. So this is the addition method. So you know the math. We are getting two inputs, and we have to do an addition on this. So a plus b, whatever we get as a, and whatever we get as b, we just have to do a summation of that. Then we have a subtraction. So this is just for an example, so that you guys will know you know how to implement a SOAP service. So this is for the subtraction, and then we have multiplication. So you will also see, like, this constructor implementation, it is giving us the input parameters. Like this, these are part of the constructor. So you don't have anything at the start, right? Like we have in the others. So it is automatically giving us this. Then we have a divide. Yeah, okay. Mistakenly I have put the multiplication, but it is a division. So yeah. So all of these four are now error free. That is all for the today, guys. Let's move on to the next session.